Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs. Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with something really different today. I am going to do a twin unboxing. I have the two new T-Mobile myTouch phones. One is simply called the myTouch and the other is called the myTouch Q. The difference between these two twins, now these are maternal twins because they're not identical, so the difference between these two twins is that the myTouch Q has got a sliding keyboard. Otherwise, there's just a smattering of other differences. Otherwise, internally, they're pretty much the same phone. So they're the new myTouch line from T-Mobile, and they're made by LG. They're no longer made by HTC, and these are both affordable phones. So let's go ahead and take a look at the myTouch and the myTouch Q. The first thing I want to do here is see what is in the packages. You can get a good look. They have a 5-megapixel camera, 1 gigahertz processor. They are in fact both 4G phones, although I do not know the 4G speed with which they work. Let's take a look here at the labels. The basic myTouch, the one without the keyboard, is the E739, and the one with the keyboard is the C800. So that's the difference in the part numbers. Okay, so we have twin phones here. This is the Cell Phone Geeks fantasy here to open up a couple of twins. So I'm going to double your pleasure and double your fun by the time this twin unboxing is done. So let's get going. Again, these are called the myTouch by LG. One is the myTouch by LG and the other is the myTouch Q by LG. They both have the Genius button on them, which has been a tradition on the myTouch phones. And they both have LCD displays, of course. Now the myTouch, the one without the sliding keyboard, has a 3.8-inch display, while the myTouch Q, which is what I'm opening right now, has got a 3.5-inch display. They both have Android 2.3. Here we go. This is again the myTouch Q, which is the one that has the keyboard. There's the Genius button down here. Now the buttons are all capacitive buttons. They are not physical buttons. So that's kind of different there for the myTouch. There is the keyboard. It's a pretty nice looking keyboard. It does not have a dedicated row of numbers, but it does have a .com button. That's a handy thing to have. Okay, I'm going to set that down. Open the rest of this box. Now there's some goodies inside there. There's manuals and a SIM. I'm going to set that aside. Here's the rest of what comes in the package, for the myTouch Q. Always important to know what the size of the battery is. The battery is a 1,520 milliamp hour battery. That's 1,520. I'm going to set that down there, move the box off. Now this is the myTouch. No Q. Remember Q from the James Bond movies? He was the guy who developed the really neat toys. This is super slim. Wow, super slim and light. It's got the 3.8-inch diagonal screen. Of course, over here on the myTouch Q with the sliding keyboard, it's a 3.5-inch diagonal screen. Wow, that is really nice. And again, the package has the usual SIM and manuals, and we have the cable and the same power adapter. And the battery over here is a different shape battery. So you can't interchange the two batteries, and this one is rated at 1,540 milliamp hours. So here we go. Here are all the toys from these two phones. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Wow, I just don't have enough space here to be able to show these to the best we can. I'm going to crank the brightness down just a tick. That looks a little better. And there we go. Let's pop the batteries in. Now, I don't know a heck of a lot about these phones. For instance, I don't know what the resolution of the displays are. I don't know how much internal memory they have. I do know they have 1 gigahertz processors and that they run Android 2.3. Now, this is the myTouch, not the Q. It comes with a 2 gigabyte micro SD card installed. Probably the myTouch Q has the same. But I can tell you, man, that is a slim and lightweight phone. I'm pretty impressed by that very slim size. I like the fact that manufacturers are coming out with slimmer and slimmer phones. And here we go for the myTouch Q. In goes its battery. Now this is where the SIM goes, of course, and I didn't bring a SIM with me foolishly. Here is the micro SD card. And again, this is a 2 gigabyte micro SD card. Take a little tour around these phones. Has a standard 3.5 millimeter audio jack. That's of course the micro USB port, the on-off switch, which also locks it, the volume up-down rocker. So very basic. Now the myTouch phones have gone very basic. At one point they were kind of T-Mobile's high-tech arm of phones, but now these are much more basic and they're considered affordable phones. And you see what we have here, the USB connector is under that little cover, the on-off switch, the 3.5 millimeter audio jack, nothing on this side. On this side you have the volume up-down rocker. I mentioned the cameras, they're 5 megapixel cameras, and there is a front-facing camera on these two phones. And I'm going to go ahead and fire this up just to see what happens. I don't have a SIM with me, foolishly, so we're not probably going to get very far, but we'll see what happens when I fire it up. And don't forget, by the way, that if you enjoy these unboxings here on Wirefly, that Wirefly would like to be your phone vendor. We sell phones at Wirefly. We're the U.S. biggest online retailer of cell phones. So if you like the videos that we have, like the information that we give, why not try Wirefly next time you need a phone? There you go. It's a 4G phone, and we'll see how much further we can get. And there we go. Hey, no problem. Even though I did not have a SIM with me, no problem getting to the home screen. And I got to tell you, this is such a lightweight phone, and the response seems pleasant, goes smoothly from page to page. And there you go. So that wraps up the unboxing, a twin unboxing of the new T-Mobile myTouch phones by LG. This is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.